happened to that video?
It got put onto social media.
Now, ordinarily, it gets put onto social media and nobody really watches it because most people don't care. Not true in this case. And I notice you use the passive tense. It got put onto social media. It must have been handed to somebody who put it on social media.
Yes.
They put it on a media platform where lads tend to watch, correct?
Yes.
Understand. And they, sometimes, if they're terribly popular, will pay people for those videos, correct?
Yes.
How many people have watched this so far?
About, I think, 2.8 million.
Did anybody ask your permission before this video was taken?
No.
Did they ask your permission before they took your image and they put it on a platform where 2.8 million have watched you be the subject of what I'm going to call ridicule?
No.
That video's been taken, he's in it, out of interest. There must have been some money that was made for that video, bearing in mind the platform where it was. How much?
Usually you get £100, but that's not been the case so far.
What's been the impact on you?
I've had a load of people messaging me, basically giving it all I'm an idiot, blah, 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 how can you fall for something that stupid, whatnot.
Have people been calling you an idiot?
Yeah.
Now, Gaz, I understand it was a bit of a joke.
Yes.
I get that. And you wanted to be a good boss and you're building camaraderie amongst your team. But having seen that video, is there any part of you that regrets it now?
Not really. I thought it was quite funny, but obviously not everyone sees the same views as I do.
No. It's exhausting, that, I would have thought. Any plans for any further jokes in the future?
Probably. I'm not going to lie.
Well, let's see if I can help you out in this way.
OK.
Perhaps focus your mind on whether jokes are really worth it. Ryan, Gaz. Ryan, you're suing your boss, Gaz, because he did a practical joke. Now, he's done some practical jokes in the past and you've taken part in them, and generally speaking, it's part of what sometimes lads do. It's high spirits. And it seems to me, most of the time, those things are benign and they don't necessarily affect you. In this instance, you were asked to come in to work in circumstances where your boss knew perfectly well that the reality was that you didn't have a day's work. Well, you're suing him today for the money for your day's work. In reply, in law, Gaz says to me something perfectly valid. They don't pay for travel and they don't pay unless you work. In the circumstances, therefore, your application for a day's work, even though he effectively promised it, has to be dismissed. I can't give you that award. He's right. He decides whether you work or not. And even with the promise, the implied promise of showing up, when you showed up, you're not entitled to that money. So your case is dismissed. However, bearing in mind this is my court and I'm able to construe a legal case on your behalf, you've got an even better claim. Your image was used without your permission whatsoever. It was used in circumstances where it might have been a benign joke, but as a result of that video being taken by Gaz on his property and handed over, albeit to another person, 2.8 or thereabouts million people have held you out as a subject of ridicule. You did not give permission for that to take place whatsoever, but the damage to your reputation is incalculable, so I have to come up with a value. And it's a costly one. This court awards you £500. Understood? Sometimes jokes have a cost, and this is one of them. And anybody else watching my court needs to understand that you cannot do that. Understood? I need a moment. For more Judge Rinder cases, click here. And if you've got a legal issue yourself, get in touch with us by clicking over here.